What is up, everybody? This is web development video number 9. I'm Jacob. Let's get this thing rolling. As I promised last week, in this video we're going to be looking at some HTML tags that use those nifty attributes we learned about a few vids back. Here's where things get serious. We're going to look at only 2 tags today, those for images and those for links. So let's start off with images, which use the img tag, which is a self-closing tag. Just putting this tag in our document, however, won't give us much excitement. See? So we use an attribute to tell the computer where to find our image. Okay, I have here a copy of the GeekLaunch icon, but you can use any image you please. Take the image and copy it over to the folder where your web page is, like this. Copy, and over here, paste. Now remember the name of your image, including the file extension like PNG. So the name of my image is geeklaunch.png. If we go back to our text editor, we can tell the computer what image we want to display by adding the source attribute, which is abbreviated src, to our image tag. So let's type in the attribute, and its value is the name of the image file. In my case, geeklaunch.png. There we go. Let's save. And look, we have an image. Okay, fun. However, if my website has a bunch of pages and a bunch of images, this folder here can get kinda cluttered. So I'm going to make a folder specifically for my images. Since a folder dedicated to holding images is usually named img for images, I'm going to name it that. Okay, so new folder, img is the name. There we go. Now drag and drop into the folder. There we go. And back up here. Now if we move the image, we have to update the path that we typed in our source attribute of our image tag. So over here, type img and then slash. If we save and reload our web page, it looks the same, but it's a lot prettier on the back end. The source attribute isn't the only attribute we can apply to our images. You guessed it, we can change the width and height too. And yep, you guessed it again, the attributes for width and height are called width and height. If we change just one of these attributes, like width, the image will scale, maintaining its proportions. So if I set the width to be really small, like 30, and this value is in pixels, so if I set the width to be 30 pixels, the image will scale, maintaining its proportions. Okay? So I have a width of 30 pixels and a height of 30 pixels. If I set both attributes, I can get some fun skews going on, like with a width of 30 pixels, but a height of, let's say, 300 pixels. Okay, let's take a look at that. Do you think that looks better than the original? Let me know in the comments below. One last attribute for our images before we move on to links. And let me remove this real quick. Alright, a last attribute that we can add to our images is alternate text. This is abbreviated as ALT or alt, and inside of this attribute we put a description of our image. I'm going to say GeekLaunch icon. This text is not displayed by the browser unless it doesn't display the image, and for visually impaired people, this attribute is important. It can be used for search engine optimization, but that is another video for another time. Right now, just set your alt text to a concise and useful description of your image. Alright, on to links. Add a quick line break there, make it look nice. To put a hyperlink in your web page, we use the A tag. And since this is a normal tag, we put some text inside, like link, and close that out. Of course, putting just this tag in our web page won't do us much good, as the computer won't know what address to navigate to when the link is clicked. So we have to add an attribute telling the computer where to go. This attribute is href, which stands for Hypertext Reference, href. Inside of this, we put our web address, and make sure you include the protocol. The protocol of a web address is like HTTP or HTTPS. Okay, and then the colon // and then we put the rest of our web address like stackexchange.com. And there we go. Let's see if that works. Come over here, refresh, and we have a link. If we click it, voila, there we go, it works. Awesome. We're already on links and images. At this rate, it'll be no time before we can make a complete website. In the next video, we'll look at commenting, something every developer knows how to do, but not every developer does well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.